This conference will now be recorded.
So last class, just we said okay, we configure that passwordless authentication. Means I have two servers. One is master, one is agent. So okay, and we configure communication between those two servers, and we configure passwordless authentication from master to agent. Yeah. So today we'll try to install the Ansible. Okay. So yum install Ansible. So this is the command. Okay. So to install using yum yum, we can install the in something. If you want to install something in Linux and all, so then we'll use the yum command, yum command. So yum install Ansible. So hyphen yes means there is prompting yes or no like that. So it will install, but by default, if you run this command, it will not install. Just run this command, so it will not install anything by default.
So are you saying it will not install or it will install?
It will not install by default. I'll tell you why.
Here you didn't give the location and anything, right? From where it will get that Ansible details and all.
Yeah, I will tell you. Let it finish.
Somehow your voice is not clear today, Ram.
Okay. Now?
Yeah, better.
Okay, fine. Okay, so if you see here, right, so okay, just okay, so no package Ansible available. Here, right, by default repository, so we don't have the that package Ansible package. Okay, so by default, so we have to enable the repository Ansible repositories here. So cd etc yum.repos.d, go here. So if you see here, right, so this is the default repository. In that repository, repository is kind of library. So in that repository, so we don't have that Ansible package. So we have to enable some library, some repositories here. Open that one. Okay, so open that repository, the default repository, readyhat.rhui.repo. Search with the extras. Okay, you can see here. Here, right, so we have to enable this one. So this repository, that external link. If we enable that external link, so then we can download so we can install the Ansible. Here you can see enabled.
Oh,
Yeah,
hold on.
tell me.
So what is this extras like? You're saying in our server the default location under etc. This was not enabled, or what exactly does this mean?
So here, right, so this is the repository, the default repository for in the server. Okay, here I'm using Amazon Red Hat Linux server, right? For this server, so whatever the highlighted Red Hat.rhui, that repo, this is the default repository. Default repository means the kind of library.
Okay.
So we can, yeah, if you want to download, right, if you want to download something by default, okay, the download link, it will go to in this repository. It will check whether the package is available or not in that repository. If it is available, then only it will install. If it is not available, then it will not install.
Okay.
So here, right, so what I'm doing, you can see here, so there's so many links. You can see so many links are there. Means these are the some external or some internal that are libraries. So we search extras. So okay, in this library, so we'll get the Ansible.
Oh, so Ansible is common this particular library.
Yeah, in that library, so in that repository, right? So we'll get the Ansible. But if you see here, enabled 0 is there. Enabled 0. 0 means disabled. Actually, so that this particular link, a particular library, a particular repository is disabled. 0, you can see 0. 0 means disabled. So if you want to enable, just give 1. 1 means enable. 0 means disabled.
Okay.
By default, it is disabled. So now what I'm doing, I'm enabling it. I'm giving 1. 1 means I'm enabling this particular library, a particular link here. So save it.
So this repository exists on our Red Hat Linux server ROM, or
It is existing in our Red Hat Linux. Okay. It will change. Okay. It will change company to company. Okay. Project to project, the server to server. Okay. So by here, in this case, if you talk in this case, so whatever I highlighted, that is the default repository which is available in this server. Okay.
So
Oh,
how
in
do
this
in the
server.
okay.
So
in
how
this
do we
server.
know? So how do we know on which server it will be available? Like, for this thing it is okay, Red Hat RUI report, whatever. But how do we know normally, right? If somebody
Yeah,
asks you,
if you log into the, so you can see like that repository is something under. If you see here, right, it is not actual repository. It is something client configuration. Okay, you can easily identify. If you see in a server, there will be some like that repo under. So that repo means, and you can see that names right. So it will, you can easily identify the default repository.
so basically you're saying it is .repo, that is the default repository?
Yes, no, that repo is not default repository. That is a repository. Okay, so that repo means that is a repository. But if you want to find default, right? Okay, if you see here, okay, here I have three things, and two that repos. Here you can see here, so it is some client required. It's a client based some configuration. So this is not default. Okay, so this is the default one. Otherwise, right? So we can configure our own repository also. Like okay, so all that whatever the multiple links that we can put in one text file, and you can save it that repo. So okay, so like that also you can configure.
Okay.
Still in confusion here. See here, default repository, right? Nothing here. This is the how to find default repository means if you see here in this case, right? I have two repositories. If you see first one is, you can see some client config. This is not default repository. Okay. So client config something under. Okay. So this is only as per document. If you find the documentation also, you can find it. Okay. So some Red Hat Linux site documentation something. I will send you that documentation. So okay, this is the default repository. Whatever Red Hat RHUA, that repository is the default repository in this server. So otherwise we can configure our customized repository. So customized repository means just you can open one file. Okay, so my dot repo. So here, right? So here you can mention all your links, whatever your links are, you can save it. So that it will become your customized repository. So like that you can do it. Simple. Here I'm enabling some libraries, some package, some software libraries, some packages. Okay. So in this case, okay, so this is my default repository. In this default repository, I don't have the Ansible. So that's what I did. I enabled some extra link, This is the one case. Otherwise, you can create your own repository. Means you can do one repository means, so you can mention all Ansible available links in one file, and you can save it that repo.
Okay.
So what is the thing here? Okay, Chandra, Sushan, still confusion? Any questions?
No.
Yeah, very good.
See, it will change. So here, right? So it will change project to project, company to company. So some companies, some projects, right? So they will use default repositories, whatever we are doing. In some companies, right, so they will maintain their own repositories, their own private repositories. Okay, so here you don't need to worry. So okay, so it will change. Okay, so if you see in my previous project on Nokia or Apple and all, so there we were maintaining our own repository, our private repositories, our own repositories. Means somewhere we'll save all our Ansible packages. Some any like Cerebral server, NFS. Okay, some any like we'll save all our packages from that server. Here we will refer it. Simple, it's kind of library. Okay, I will explain in general word. So if you want in detail, okay, so I will send the Linux documentation. Please go through it. Here, right? So repository means one library. So here, right, in this library, I don't have that Ansible package. So that's why I enable something. So that is the one process. On other processes, we can manage our private repositories. Means our own repositories means somewhere maybe in some servers, in sharing server, in shareable server, in share like kind of share point, in other servers, we can save all our packages, that package. Okay, so that link we can refer here, we can call here. So that thing we'll call the private repositories or our own repositories.
Okay.
Okay, so that is so here if you don't understand the repositories, no problem. So this is not our part of our DevOps thing. Okay, that's purely Linux based. Okay, purely Linux based. So that, okay, I will send you documentation. Please go through it.
Yeah.
It's very big concept. The repositories, owning repositories, configuring private, is a very big thing. Okay, so I will send you documentation, the Linux documentation. Please go through it later. Okay, so now I will install the yum install Ansible -. Yes, now it will install.
So when you're giving this command, right? So in the default repository, we didn't, from where it is actually, downloading this, installing this particular Ansible, because you didn't mention the source name or anything, right? So from where is it picking the Ansible? Can you hear me?
Yes, you can see here some link is there.
Yeah, but from where? Okay.
You can see the screen. Okay, there you can some link here. Okay. From there it will download.
So it was by default there in that repository.
Yes, yes.
So you're saying any Unix server by default they will have the links to Ansible and everything.
Sorry, by default.
By default they will have the link to Ansible. Like from my question is like in that repository.
Okay.
In that repository, how when you give command, right? Normally, how we download in Windows, we go to that particular site and then there is a download button and then we download and then run it and then install it, right?
Yeah, Windows. In Linux, you can see here you can see those links, right? Some links, right?
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
see some links. Like, from these links, it will download in Linux. You can see here all
but
links
we
here.
these links, right? So you're saying these links will be by default in that particular repository.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. By default, okay. By default, it will be there in Linux repository. I didn't mention anything here.
Okay.
Just here, right? Just I enable this thing. That's it. All that measure list and all. By default, it will be there. It will be there in Linux.
Okay.
You can see so many things here. Okay, it will search. By default it will come to this file, and in this file you can see so many things. Okay, and wherever it is there. So from there it will install by default.
So it's there because it's owned by Red Hat. That's why it is by default there.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. All these links are owned by Red Hat.
So if
Whatever
you
you can.
some other configuration management tool like Ansible, like Puppet or whatever you said before, so that would not be here. You have to give the link, right?
Yeah, so by default Ansible is not there in okay. So no, see whatever you can see 0, right? So is it enabled? So in these links, right, we don't have the Ansible. So Ansible is there in these links. That's why I given here one means I enabled here.
So how do you know Ansible is there? I don't see anywhere Ansible mentioned.
So if you see that right, the documentation, you can see it.
Okay.
So here, if you don't see means, right? So if you see the official documentation link, so there you can see all the stuff on that.
No, I understand, but I'm just asking, like, how do you know that this particular extras is having a link to Ansible? Because
I got from the official documentation, Ansible official documentation.
Okay, you got from Ansible document. Okay.
Yeah, official documentation. So
Okay.
So this is the one thing. Otherwise, we can configure so that our own public private repository. This is the public repository. Whatever this is the public repository. If you want to manage it privately, okay, so that is different thing. So then we can save in some way in some storage or something. You can configure that. How I got this. So on the official documentation. So okay, so you can see that you open up in the official documentation. There you can see like how to enable Ansible packages in Red Hat 7, but Red Hat 8 and Ubuntu is different. Maybe Ubuntu already had 8, Red Hat 6, but Fedora, it is different. But here I'm
Mhm.
using the Red Hat 7. If you search that in something Google page or that official Ansible page, there, okay, I saw, or that official Red Hat 7 page, official Red Hat 7 documentation. So I can find somewhere this thing.
Okay.
Okay, Sushant, Chandra,
Okay.
still any questions here?
Yeah, good. No.
Okay. It is not responding. Okay, right. So we installed it. So if you see Ansible iPhone version, okay. So if you see Ansible iPhone version, so we can see here you can see 2.4. Why 2.4 means in that repository by default 2.5 2.4 is there. Whatever we enabled in that repository. So by default and stable 2.4 is there. But if you want to install something else, 2.5, 2.8, 2.9, 2.10, then you have to mention the full path. That Ansible full path. That full path and all you can get it from the Ansible official page. That Ansible, for example, if I want to download 2.10, then that full name, Ansible 2.10, some name will be there. Right? That name and all you can get it from the Ansible official page. Okay, the documentation something. By default, it will install the 2.4, but 2.4 is enough. This is a stable one. 2.4, 2.3, 2.8. So these are the stable one. Okay. Still, if you require any other 2.9, 2.10 or latest 2.11, so then you can mention you have to mention that full name. M install Ansible, full name Ansible.2.10.ext64. Some name will be there. That name and all you can get it from that Ansible official page. Okay, so by default, so this is the version. You can see that config file location, and also you can see the Python version. So already we discussed. Okay, so using Python, so Ansible build, Ansible tool they build. Okay, by default, all latest line access, Python will be there. So you don't want to install Python. So you don't want to install the Python. Now all line access, all latest coming, okay, all latest line access or Unix flavors. So Python will be there by default. Python will be there, so you don't need to install anything. You can see the Python version also by default version 2.7.5. If you want to upgrade something, okay, if you want to upgrade any higher version or lower version, again same thing. So okay, you can upgrade some Python install Python full name and all. Okay. It is required. It is enough. Okay, so whatever the 2.7, it is enough. So same thing you can see. So Ansible config files and Ansible other files, other modules by default, right? By default, already we discussed it. By default, if you install Ansible along with your Ansible packages, you will get the all modules, or other plugins, other that libraries or plugins and all. So that location you can see the module location. So you can see there. So slash plugins module something under. Here you don't want to install any external plugins, Ansible plugins differently, separately. If you install Ansible automatically by default, so along with your Ansible package, all required libraries, binaries, modules, plugins it will install. Okay, Sushant, Chandra.
Yeah. Okay.
Chandra, any questions, Chandra?
No, we're good.
Okay. So if you see, so this is the config file. So you just go this location. This is the by default Ansible home directory. /etc/Ansible is the default Ansible home directory. Okay. So this is the Ansible default home directory. There you can see the config file. This is the Ansible config file. Ansible config file. If you open, so if you open this folder here, you can see the all our configuration. So so you can see some. Just 1 second, okay, it's not responding. I will close some applications. It's very slow. Okay. So if you see right here, okay, you can see some inventory file already we discussed. So you can see inventory is equal to /etc Ansible/host. This is the default host inventory file. In this host inventory file, so we will mention the in that file, whatever you can see that the file, that host file in this path in that file. So we will mention the all our remote target server names. Means this is the inventory file. So by default it is commented. Just uncomment. So you can see the all modules path and all. Okay, so if you can see here just by default. Okay, so this is the by default host inventory file. Okay, in this location, in this file, what I will do, I will mention the all my remote target servers. And also you can see other okay, so calculation, the port 22 default SSH. SSH port is 22. If you want to change, you can change here. By default 22. Okay, the SSH. Almost, so we will use the 22 only by default. But if you want to change any other port, so you can change here as per your requirement and all. Okay, so the whole interval we will discuss. We'll be discussing the playbooks and all. You can see here the sudo user, root user, all those stuff. If you want to enable, you can enable the root or sudo. Whenever you are trying to run any playbook, it will prompt username. If you enable this thing, right? So whenever you're executing any command or Ansible command, or whenever you're executing any Ansible playbook, so on that time, so you have to, it will prompt the password. If you enable this thing, if you don't enable, it will not prompt. Directly you can execute. If you come down, so you can see gather facts, some timeout. So gather timeout means, okay, so by default at Ansible, so it it can it will pull all our system information. For that, it is a default timeout. Other, okay, so something you can see, some callback, whitelist. Okay, so this is all that, okay, Ansible related stuff. Timeout to connect SSH via to connect other line servers via SSH. By default timeout is, so here you can see, so 10 seconds. It's a default. If you want to increase, you can increase it. For example, if you feel so it is not enough for 10 seconds to communicate by remote agents, it will take some extra time. Then you can come here and you can increase this timeout sessions, all the stuff on that. By default, remote user is you can see root. Okay, so if you want to change any username, something under, so like Ram, Sushant, or any some service account, here you can mention your service account or your username if you require. Okay, log path, this is the default log path. Here you can all logs will save it. If you want to save, if you want to change, you can change it. So all these things. Okay, so here you can see the all that Ansible that config files. Okay, Shazza. Sushant?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Any question?
No, we're good. Go ahead.
What thing? The worst bits? No, the inventory file. So, mention. So, for example, so just assume that this is my file, my worst file. Okay. You see in the environment, right? We'll have the different flavors, different type of servers. I'll have the databases. We'll have the web servers, application servers, Linux servers, Windows servers, Ubuntu, different flavors, different type of applications, right? Okay. So first, right, we will create the groups. Sushant, can you put it in mute, please? If you're not talking, okay. So here, right, okay, whenever you're doing something, the enter or breathing something, I'm getting disturbance. Okay, right. So here, right, you see in environment, we'll have the different environments like the databases, web servers, application, Windows servers, Linux servers. Okay, so different flavors, different type of servers, different data centers. Okay, so North Virginia data center, London data center, Singapore data center, different, right? So to manage those servers, we'll create the groups. For example, I have the database servers. I will create the group like this, DB, or some name, a database, some name, database or DB something. What I will do, under this group, I will mention all my DB servers. Some, for example, DB server 1, DB server 2, 3, 4, 5, or IP address 1, 2, 3, 4, like IP address. You can mention your server name or IP address or fully qualified domain name. If you mention like this, okay. For example, tomorrow I want to execute some Ansible command or some Ansible playbook in all my DB servers. Then if I refer this group, right, if I refer this group name in my playbook, automatically, so my playbook will execute all the servers which are in there in that group. Then you don't need to mention the individual server names. For example, in this all database servers, I want to execute some playbook, right? So you don't want to mention all these things under. So just you call this DB group. If you call this DB group in a playbook, the particular playbook or particular the command will execute in the all the servers which are in there in that group. Okay, Chandra, Sushant.
In this group, if you just want to skip 1 or 2 servers, how do you do that?
Sorry.
If in this group, suppose in this particular DB group, if you want to skip 1 server, say number 3 you want to skip, but you want to install, that command in all other servers. So how would you do that? Can you just comment out there?
No, that we'll discuss later. Yeah, here you say that. So in the server, I have some 100 servers. I want to execute my playbook in only 20 servers, right? Some few servers, right? That, yeah, we can do it. So that we'll discuss later. Okay, Sushant.
Yeah.
That will, yeah, I will tell you. So that is important question. So daily basis we'll do that only. So here I have just assume that I have 10 DB servers. I don't want to run all 10 servers daily, right? So sometimes we will run our command in one server or 2 servers or 3 servers. For that we have different scenario that we'll discuss later. Here, any questions here?
No, good.
Yes, Chandra, any question, Chandra?
No, we are good. You can proceed.
Yeah, same thing. For example, you have any web servers, we'll create the one group, and we'll mention all our web server names, server name like that, or IP address, whatever IP address, you'll mention the IP address. Same thing, okay. For example, you have Windows servers, we'll create one group, some whatever name you require. Okay, so here you'll mention the server names, whatever that IP names, whatever. Okay, so like this, we'll mention that. For example, tomorrow, so I want to execute some playbook some commands, some set of commands in the Windows group, all Windows servers. Then just I will call this Windows group in my playbook. if I call this Windows group in my playbook, so by default, my playbook will execute in the all the servers which is available in that group. Same thing here also. Right. So if you see that, okay, so this is the there you can see one default host file. If you open the default host file, you can see here. Just this is only sample file for our reference. This is only sample files. You can see here. Same thing. Okay, whatever we discussed as of now, you can see here. Same thing. So some cases, right? So
In this file you have to mention in this host file you have to mention that, or
this is sample file. Yeah, this is sample file. Okay.
no, where do you suppose a new file you're maintaining, so you can put it somewhere, right, in some folder?
Yes. So let me explain. Okay. I will explain that. Okay. We'll go one by one. Okay. One by one. Okay. So if you see here, this is just sample file for our reference. So if you want, that we'll discuss later. So here you can see whatever we discuss. Same thing. In some cases, right? So you will have some sequence servers. Okay. For example, I have server 1, server 2, server 3, server 4, like the sequence. So on that time, so you can see here. So like this, you can mention. So server, okay, server 1, 2, 4. Okay, so like this. Okay, instead of mentioning all that, okay, so this you can reduce your something like sequence. If you have the same sequence, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on that time, so you can mention that like this also. You can see here, for example. Okay, so like this also you can mention it. You can see here also. You can see here also. You can see here. Okay, so like group wise, or if you have any sequence like that, so you can mention it. So now here, right, coming to editable. So if you want, you can mention your server names. You can edit this thing. So you can come down end of the page. Here you can mention. So but okay. So otherwise, what you will do? So just rename this file. Check backup like some. Okay, just rename it. Okay. So some like that. Okay. So now I will create some different file, host file. Okay. So here I will mention. If you require the same file, you can mention, but sometimes you will confuse it. That is sample file. Just you can take backup for your reference. But for tomorrow, like if you want to something like, you can refer that file instead of deleting or instead of editing the same file. Just take backup, just rename it, and create the new file with the host name. So in this file, you can mention the whatever you require. Okay, Sushant, Chandra.
Yeah.
Chandra, any question, Chandra?
Yeah, okay. You can go.
Okay, so here that in my case, so I have only 2 servers, master and something agent. Okay, in production, okay, so whatever we discussed earlier, okay, okay, so in production we will follow this thing like this. Okay, so we'll get groups, DB servers or web servers or Windows servers. Okay, so like this. Okay, or Windows servers. Okay, Windows servers or any data center. That depends. Okay, any data center names will follow like that. But in my case, I don't have those many servers. I have only 2 servers. But what I will do, I will create some master group. Master. Here I will mention my Ansible master. Or IP address, whatever. And I will get one more group, agent. So here you can mention your agent name or IP address. I'll go with IP address. Mention private IPs. If you want to mention private IPs here, so like this. Here I have only 2 server sites, so that's why I'm following like this. But in production, we'll go for whatever we discuss here. Okay, Sushant, Chandra.
So this one we created under hosts, right? Under the group called. Basically, do we need to give any command to create a group? I didn't see properly before what we did before the VA editor. Didn't catch it. So
What? Can you repeat?
yeah. So before the VA editor, before you came to the VA editor, I didn't see the command what we gave. So is it something like for creating a group? Is there some command or something?
Which group?
This server group, maybe DB or whatever it is. You're creating this as master and agent, right? So for that one, is there any group? Is there any command you have given before coming to the VA editor?
No, for what? And I didn't get your question itself.
No,
No,
I
no.
think these are the servers which he created in the AWS, that master and agent.
Oh, that one you're creating it as okay.
The host file he's mentioning that to install anything. So he's not showing that in the host file. He's
So
mentioning
this is my
Okay.
server name. This is my server name which I created yesterday.
Yeah. I got that. Yeah. Okay.
that. Basically, you are trying from the Ansible server. You're putting that host file, right? Now you're creating that kind of that
Yes.
group. This thing. So if
Yes.
you want to run some commands in both the host or agent, or in this case, two servers we have. So you're showing how you will mention that in the host file, right? The groups.
So here, right? So just 1 second. Let me open documentation again. Yes, got it. Yes, I'm doing same thing. Whatever it is there here, right? I'm doing same thing. So what I did, I install Ansible package in one server. Okay. In that server, we'll have the worst inventory file. Okay. First what I did, I created two servers. One is master, second one is some agent. In master, what I did, I installed the Ansible package. If I install Ansible package, so we'll get some default or core plugins or modules, something and all. And I also will have the one worst inventory file. In this inventory file, I am mentioning this server, this server, and also master also it will act as one agent. So master also, right? If you want to run any command in master itself, okay, then you have to mention this here, right? Master also it will act as one server. So that's why I mentioned my servers. Simply, I am mentioning all my agents in my worst inventory file.
Yeah, got it.
Here.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is my agent. This is my remote agent IP address. This is my master. Master also will act as some agent, right? Not here. You need to take any technology. Your main server or master agent. If you want to run any commands in master, so then you have to assume it is also one of the agent. So that's why I mentioned here. In my case, I have only two servers. Okay. For example, in your case, okay, you have the multiple servers. Okay. Like this. Okay. For example, you have multiple servers, then you will create like these groups for easy management, or for easy manage, or for easy configuration something. You'll go for this group wise. For example, I have some 10 DB servers. I will share one group like DB. Under the DB, I'll mention my these things. Or I have some web servers. I'll create the one group like web. In under that web, I'll mention all my web servers. So ultimately, right? So what I'm doing, all these my remote agents, I'm mentioning them my host inventory file. Okay,
Yeah,
Chandra?
got it. Yeah, sure, got it. Thanks.
Sushant, okay, so
Yeah, okay, sir. All right.
here I have only only two servers. In my case, first in my test environment, I have only two servers. That's why simply I create one group master, one more group agent. Okay, in master, I get master server, just agent, just I get my agent AP. So that's it. Okay, so that's configuration. In agents, you don't need to do anything. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so just right now I will check whether it's just I will checking. Switch to your username. Switch to your username. I configured add my username Ram. Just let me check whether it's working or not. So here you can see. So this is the Ansible command. In Ansible, we have playbooks and also we have the commands also, some ad hoc commands. So this is the Ansible command. First we see right. For playbooks means for it is a reusable thing. For any like for reusable tasks, for reusable things, you can go for the playbooks. For simple things, for ad hoc tasks, for simple tasks, we can use the Ansible commands. Ansible commands. This is one of the command. So all Ansible commands will start with Ansible keyword. All the Ansible commands will start with Ansible keyword. All means all means all the servers which are in the my default inventory file. So here all means here you can see I mentioned all means by default it will refer this command will execute in all the servers which are in the my default host inventory. Okay, my host inventory. In my case, okay, so here right what I mentioned Ansible all means by default okay all means so this command it will execute in the all the servers which are in the my host inventory file. In my case right I have two servers okay so this command will execute in these two servers all means all the servers which are in the default host inventory file. -m means module and ping is the one of the module. Ping is the one of the module in Linux, whatever in Ansible, sorry, in Ansible. Ping is the one of the module in Ansible to ping servers, So just I'm pinging. Okay, if I run this thing, so you can see here. So this is my agent. Okay, this is my agent success. You can see success something is pinging, but Ansible master you can see unreachable or some permission denied. What permission? Some keys, some permission denied. But agent is success. Simple. Using this command, right, we can ping the servers. Ansible, all Ansible commands, ad hoc commands will start with Ansible. All means this command will execute all the servers which are in the my default my host inventory file. Module, my module name. Okay. So here agent is success. You can see green color success. But in red color, Ansible master is failed. Red color something. What is the issue? permission denied. Some keys. It's here right in last class, maybe our something last class. I exchanged my keys into agent, but in master I have keys, but we have to authenticate self authentication. Okay, self authentication. Where I mean, read as such. If you see right, the last time this keys I have exchanged to my agent, my remote agent. Same way. Okay, so for master also we have to do self authentication for master. So such Sakri, ID, Ram, so Ansible, master. Like self authentication for master. So done. Same thing. Okay, so here like I'm exchanging same keys for the master also, like kind of self authentication for master. Last time for agent, okay, we exchanged. So now that for master we're getting error. Why? Because so we don't have the self authentication. We don't have the self authentication for the master. So that's why some permission denied. So now here, so I did self authentication for master also. Like kind of password authentication and exchanging the keys. So if you run the same command, ping command, now it should run in all two servers. You can see green color success in master and also agent also. So this means whatever I configured is correct. That whatever last class and today, whatever we did is correct configuration. If you see some error here, then something is there, some mistake is there, something like that. Yeah, we have to fix it. Okay, Chandra, Sushant.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Commands are getting difficult for us.
Sorry.
I said these commands are looking difficult for me.
Yeah, actually, comments are looking difficult for us. Basically, what is the website like? I know linuxcommand.org, but for the mostly used commands, is there any documentation you have? We need to cram that, I guess. We need to by heart them.
Yeah.
For Linux commands or what?
Yeah, Linux commands which you are using for all this stuff.
Yeah, these commands. Okay, these commands already we have documentation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this thing.
Sir, did you share this, sir?
Yeah, I think I uploaded. Okay, I think I uploaded.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
basic documentation commands, those things I think we need to by heart them or something.
Chandra, you can buy heart. I cannot even buy heart. I'll forget.
You you'll forget. Okay.
So Ram, how many days using this, man? You remember this?
Yeah, what the? Sorry?
I said, from how long you are working on this? You remember all the commands.
Yeah, so if you start with you will also remember. If you start about.
Yeah, maybe practical thing
Yeah,
we
yeah.
may get to remember.
If we start right, I think I uploaded. If not, yeah, simple. Yeah, right. If we start working right, something right, you will face some issues. If you try to troubleshoot, then automatically you will remember the commands.
Exactly. We need a live project, but we don't have any live project with us. We don't work on this one.
No, it's not simple live project. Okay, so just practice what I'm discussing, right? Whatever we'll discuss,
Yeah.
or we thought just at least 1 or 2 times just practice it. You will come to know. Okay.
Yeah.
So after that, if you want live project, I will give you some live project you can implement. Live project is not required. Live project is also not required. So see, for everyone they will not have a live project, right? Okay.
Exactly.
Simple. Whatever we will discuss. You don't need to worry here. Whatever we will discuss, just practice. But you have to practice. Without practice, so after 1 week or 2 weeks, you will forget everything. See, last class all this we discussed, right? So okay. But if you didn't practice right, then you will forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So coming to the commands, right? Whatever we'll discuss, all the commands. Okay, I have. So I will upload. Okay. So if you see this documentation.
Yeah, upload this. This is uploaded. Yeah, this is.
I will upload today.
Okay. Please make sure.
So here you can see. So whatever, right? So whatever we'll discuss. That okay. So those commands, okay, I have documented. Okay. So you can practice it. So here right now we tested this command. Right? So I have this command. So you can take it. You can practice. Don't copy paste. You have to type manually. If you copy paste, you don't have. So there's no way. You have to practice. Okay. Chandra Kushan. So there's no shortcut. No. Okay. So to remember or to by heart these commands, you have to practice. So if you by heart, right, you will remember only the by heart commands. For example, if you change that command, you can't tell, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. For example, if you by heart this command, only command this one. If you, for example, if you give different scenario with some twist, you can't tell. Right? That's why you have to understand. Don't by heart the commands. Practice.
Yep.
And whatever that we'll use that commands, I will explain clearly. Okay, whatever we are using in our class, those commands I will explain clearly. Okay, so but still that we can't cover all the commands. But okay, so here right, so I documented and I will cover whatever the commands we'll use in the normal in general production generally.
Okay.
In
Let's
daily basis.
Google and find it out. So I guess. But yeah, the basic
Yeah.
command.
Yes. Here, right. So we will cover the normal daily commands, whatever we'll use in daily basis in production. Those things we will cover. But still, we
Starting
can't cover,
from sudo su to whatever it may be.
yeah.
Yeah.
So still that we will not cover the entire thing. Right? Stay Ansible. We will not cover 100% 100% Ansible. There's so many modules. There, I think okay. So already we saw documentation. Right? There's so many modules. We can't cover those modules and all. But you have to learn. You don't want to remember modules name also. Just remember module names. Some 10 to 15 or 20 module names. Whatever we use daily basis. Okay. And the syntax. The syntax is important. So the remaining one you can refer the documentation.
Yeah.
Same thing in Linux also same thing. In Linux, Linux is very very big subject. You can't learn Linux in 1 day or 2 days or 1 month. You can't learn. Daily practice. I think you want to learn also entire thing. Just something. Okay. So we have to flexible with Linux. We have to work in Linux servers. Daily some commands, something and that.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, Sushant, Chandra.
Yeah.
Yes, right. First time we were seeing this type of commands, so that's why we're confusing. Once you start practice, okay, maybe at least 2 days or 3 days and that, so you'll be okay, so confident.
Yep.
So as of now, what we did, so we did some setup, password authentication, and we install Ansible. We configured a host file, and we changed something in config file, and just we tested using ping command or ping module. Okay. So just till now, just practice, okay, 1 or 2 times. Okay, we'll continue next class also. Otherwise, you will get confused.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want, okay. Yeah, if you don't have time, at least take tomorrow also break, but practice it. Okay, at least practice. If
Yeah, I
you,
think we'll do that, man. We'll first install this and at least install the server and this thing, then we'll start the class.
yeah.
Otherwise, it will go
Yeah.
over our head. No,
Yeah,
that's you said correctly.
then if
Unless
you,
we practice that, it looks like all kind of
new,
some language.
yeah. Here, right, if you don't configure the setup and don't install and don't practice, you will get the more questions, more doubts on me. Okay, you will ask more questions. At least if you configure, if you run some commands, right, at least 50% doubts it will cover by yourself also.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
That's the
this
problem.
Ansible, this commands you are showing, it's basically in the Ansible you are using Linux command, like you are giving Ansible is the like for in the Ansible server you are using this command, but rest all are Unix commands, right? Like say,
Yeah. This one, right? You are saying?
yeah.
Yeah. This is Ansible. Yeah, Ansible command. Yeah, along with Ansible, so Linux also you should know. Some Linux, yeah, Unix, Linux, both are similar.
Or is it like Ansible commands are different than Linux command?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ansible commands will use the Ansible modules. Yeah. It will different. Okay. So Ansible commands is different. Linux commands is different. Playbooks different.
So
It's easy.
how will you learn this Ansible commands then? Is it different documents then? Like the document which you were showing us, that is all Ansible things.
Yeah, this one. Yeah. See, Ansible commands means just right. Yeah, Ansible commands means right. Just right. We'll use the module itself. You can see here. This module. Just will include that module into command. That's it's easy. Okay. It is very easy. It's very see here, right? If you see here, this is Ansible command. What is there? Ansible. The first line, the keyword is Ansible. All the commands it is same. All the commands it is same. Okay. So then all the commands it is same. Then I'm mentioning all. All means all the servers which are in my host inventory file.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So otherwise, I want to execute only in my some specific group. For example, master group. I'll mention master.
Okay.
This is same for all the commands.
Okay.
Same for all the commands. Here you can mention all. All means all the servers which are in your host inventory file are group name. For example, master. For module means I'm referring some module.
Okay. So all these commands like ping or whatever, those are commands for Unix, and here you are saying those are modules, right? It will use that particular, it will revoke that particular module and try to execute that command, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I have a module. Module means I'm going to mention one module name. This is M is common for all the commands.
Okay. And do like Unix, we have that manual command, right, where you can see the use of all those commands. Do you have anything for Ansible like that?
Which command? Sorry, which command?
In like Unix, you can use man command and find all those, right? How can you use with all the extension? Do you have any such thing for Ansible?
Yeah, Ansible also will have. Okay, Ansible also will have. I will show you. So here I'm using the ping. Ping is the one of the module in Ansible. So that's why I'm using the ping module. If I use the ping module, what's the ping? Using ping module, we can ping the servers.
Okay.
You can see that the communication between the servers, right? Same thing. Ping is the one of the module in the Ansible. So that's why I'm using that's it. So if you want that, right, you can see here. Here I mentioned agent. So it's executed only in the server.
Correct.
You can see here.
Okay.
That help commands also you can see. You can see help commands. Okay. So if you see here, Ansible.
Okay.
You can see -m means you can see -m is module name.
Okay.
Here I given -m, right? This is the command for all the command. So that's it command. For all the just here, right? Just the module will be changed. The module's names I will give. I will tell you. just here read it, that only the module name will change. That's it. As per your
Okay.
scenario, as per your requirement. Everything is same. This is
Okay.
the agent group or whatever. F&M is common for all the commands.
Okay.
So if you see here you can see all other parameters what we use it.
Got it. Got it.
Chandra, any question, Chandra? Chandra, any
No,
questions?
no, yeah, been good. Okay.
Okay. It's very easy, yeah, very easy, very easy, Ansible, all these are DevOps tools. Maybe first time, at the very first time, right? Maybe there are some confusions or some doubts, but it's very easy. Okay, it's very easy, very easy. Okay, don't want to worry, but but you have to practice.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
you have to practice some 2 to 3 times. Just take some time, daily 1 hour or 2 hours, or weekends. Okay, just practice it. It's very easy. Okay? So DevOps, so it's not that big thing.
Okay.
So that is the thing. Yeah. So just okay. So whatever we discussed, right, the setup and then just install Ansible and just practice this command. And also
So
I'll upload.
upload that document in today's class also. At least we'll
Yeah,
try to
I'll
do that.
upload. I'll upload. So take if you want take today or tomorrow also you can take break. Okay. So you can continue later also. Otherwise you'll get so many questions.
Right. We'll update you tomorrow, Ram. In the chat, we'll let you know by sometime in the morning.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Sure. But please practice. Okay. Without practicing, for me also very difficult here to explain all this stuff on the.
You will get a top time man.
Yeah.
You are like teaching kindergarten KG kids now.
No, so some people, right? Okay, I saw some people. Okay, so they are from non-technical background, non-Linux background. For them, it's very difficult.
Okay, how is the class going on for Gaurav and that team?
So yeah, now we're in Dakar. Now we're in Dakar. But Dakar also 2 or 3 classes completed.
Oh, they are done with Ansible?
Yeah, they're very familiar.